YouTube friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual on this good Sunday afternoon. It is July the 12th, 2026, and it is currently 3:33 p.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. It's something about them threes. It's 3:33. I think I caught 3:33 yesterday as well, and my license plate number is 3333. So yeah, maybe I need to play that in a lottery, and that's funny because I don't play the lottery like that. But I just text somebody who I haven't seen since I hit the lottery. That is so funny to me. He's well, I know you fucking lying. Why? Because I just checked up on somebody. What the fuck?
Up this morning or whatever, and hey, Cash, I got up this morning. I ate my food from last night. I went to Starters or whatever. It was pretty cool. Yesterday, I was driving around, minding my business. I came to park at McDonald's per usual because I just do take my pit stop at McDonald's or whatever. It's like my home away from home when I just come over here and park in the shade because it's 90 something degrees outside, or it's like 90 degrees outside, but I'm not hot right now. I smell really good, and I want to stay that way. So yeah. But anyway, I was just driving down 7 Mile yesterday. I had stopped at the gas station. I ended up meeting this guy or whatever. So yesterday he had took me out to dinner or whatnot, and that was pretty cool. Got me some drinks or got us a drink or whatever. So that was nice. However, I didn't really eat my food like that, so I got up and ate it this morning for breakfast. And he let me chill at his house for a little while before I headed out today. So anyway, because this car is really like parked up on the grass. That's funny to me. But we at McDonald's, but they really parked up on the grass. I just noticed that. But so that was really cool or whatever. People been treating me really good. I am irritated. You look great. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know why YouTube keep cutting my live off in the midst of me recording it, and it only does it on my iPhone. So I need to not record on YouTube on my iPhone. I guess I'm not sure why it keeps doing that. But yeah, I was having a really good time or whatever. Just out here enjoying myself. No destination. I don't be having no plans for the day. But being that I've been in isolation for so long, it ain't no hesitation for me to go nowhere. Like if somebody want to take me out, being that Cliff don't want to be my man or anything like that. As soon as these niggas be want to take me out to go get something to eat, something to drink, they be doing that to you too. Okay. As soon as I get ready to go get me something to eat or something to drink, these niggas want to take me out. I'm letting them take me out because I've been in isolation for so long. So if anybody want to treat me nice, treat me well, even if it's just for a day, I'm going because I've been heartbroken and treated bad long enough. So that was cool yesterday or whatever. One of my other friends said they was gonna take me on a date today or out to eat for my birthday because they didn't take me or they didn't know that my birthday had just passed or whatever. So I don't know. We should see. But if they don't, I'm chilling. Somebody else invited me out later too to hang out. So I called. I checked on Mally. I texted Lily, checked on Mally, made sure everything was straight. She said it was good. So yeah, yes. I don't know if I'm keeping this on or changing because I ain't do nothing but put it on to go out to eat yesterday. If I go out to eat yesterday, I'll change. But like I said, I smell really good at the moment, fresh and clean. So yeah, I need to wash my clothes though. Um, However, I had just got on here just to say that, let people know that I was doing good. See what I get into today. It is Sunday. The doors of the church are open. Did y'all have a good time at church? Anybody went to church? I passed the Kingdom Hall today too. I remember meeting this lady. She was my Lyft rider not too long ago, and she was inviting me to the Kingdom Hall, and she was actually inviting me to the one that I passed today. And that was the old lady who I was saying she was my Lyft rider, and she was like, "I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. Can you pull over and give me some White Castles?" And I had went and took her to White Castle or whatever. It was her. She had asked me to come to the Kingdom Hall. And even though I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, I'm like non-denominational. I pretty much understand or see a good in every religion, but I don't have a religion. Like I don't say I'm Christian, I'm not Muslim, I'm not Jehovah's Witness. I'm godly. So, yeah, I don't knock anybody's religion. I believe there's one God, one band, one sound, and when we all get that together, it'll be on and popping. They cut my live off again. I used to be a Jehovah Witness. Don't do it. They play nice, but they're super manipulative. I could believe that. I could believe that, and that's something. I don't want to be a religion though. We are only children of the Most High God, and I believe that. You see what I'm saying? One band, one sound. Like there's one Creator who created all of us, so there should not be a segregation in religion. But you know they try to put a segregation in everything that we do. But it's a good and bad to everything as well. We are children of God, children of the Creator, the Most High, the universe. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm glad you understand that, Cash. Because I get to talking like that, and people just be like, "Oh, hypocrite, demonic." But yeah, so everything else is man-made. Yes, yes. But yeah, I was gonna go downtown today, y'all. I think I might go by the water. Um, I want to do yoga, and I want to start, exercising or doing me some little walks. I need me some female friends, but I eventually want to get married, so I need me some female friends that are either married or eventually want to get married. You know, but and I say that to say like you know how they say birds of a feather flock together, or you are who you hang around. It's like I want to hang around females that carry themselves like wives, or and that don't mean you got to be lame or nothing like that. I just want other females who, if I'm getting ready to go out with you, you not egging me on to cheat on my man because you cheat on yours. You know, I want people who understand, like, okay, I'm trying to build a family, build a foundation, take care of some kids, start a career, or get my life together. It don't matter if I'm in 30s, almost 40s. This what type of time I'm on. And I'm ready to take some vacations, some retreats with friends who are married and shit. I ain't trying to be getting black eyes on vacation and shit because you going through your man's phone and you done found out he was doing this or he found out you was doing that. That's what I'm saying. I want friends who have good marriages, and I want to have a good marriage. You know, but at the same time, we can get up on Sunday mornings and drink mimosas and have a good time as wives. The black Stepford wives. I want to be like that. I really do want to be a stay-at-home wife, a stay-at-home mom, but an entrepreneur. That's a content creator or something like that. Um, and I'm not. I don't consider myself a content creator right now. But when I get married, I want to be a content creator. Like I want to make content with my husband. Shit, we might do an OnlyFans. Like I'm just playing with my husband. But I don't watch porn though, so I'm just joking. But no, seriously, some type of content. Now, what's the money you talk about? Because again, with my husband, me and him agree to this, and fan base here. Well, we talking because we got kids to feed. But no, for real, I want to make content with my husband. Like, not really so much a reality TV show where they're constantly in our life 24/7, but a large portion. Like, if we get married, you'll know. If we have a baby, you'll know. Girl, I ain't playing. I'm playing, but I ain't playing. I said with my husband. Now, with these other niggas, no. But my husband, and it's money on the floor. Oh, can I say what? Poor hub say, huh? Shit. I said we got motherfucking kids to feed. Damn. But I
I want to content like that. If I get married, you see me going to get wedding dresses. You see me picking out swatches and getting my kids and cake tasting with the husband and stuff like that. Buying houses, having babies, prenatal appointments, stuff like that. That's the type of content I want to create with my husband, or joking around the house and the little trends and things like that, or even learning the Bible with my husband. Like, I want content like that. Our journey of love, per se. So, kind of like Love and Hip Hop, but it's not scripted, it's real, you know. So, that's what I mean by I want to be a content creator once I become married. I think that's going to be part of my life. I done told my story of being heartbroken, cheated on, dog, baby daddy days, all that, being a baby mama, but I haven't had a chance to tell my story as, you know, in love, married, past all of that bullshit. But, you know, they say new levels, new devils. So, you know, past the cheating and fornicating, but more so like the struggles of, we decided that we're going to do this together, so now let's do it together. And we're going to do it together for the world to see and set an example, per se. You know, I came from nothing. I came from struggling. I came from broken homes, you know, financial poverty and all types of shit. So I tell that story. Now I want to change the story. And that's what I want the world to see as well. You see my struggle, I want you to see my transformation. So that's what I mean by content creator. So yeah, that's what I'm on. That's what I want to do. So I want to be around people who are like that. Not saying that the friends that I want can be business women and have jobs and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, I want to be around people who are on the same type of time I'm on. Building families, building empires, and changing the world for a better place, despite what we got going on. You know? So, yeah, that's what I'm praying for now. You know, I realize that my goals and aspirations are changing. Like, I got to tweak my little to-do list and move some stuff around or erase some things, change this, change that, and I'm okay with that. You know, I look at it as like, oh, I wanted to do this and I didn't do it. I failed. No, it's like, oh, I wanted to do this, I didn't do it, but you know what? That's because I wasn't supposed to. I need to switch this around and do this and do that. So I reevaluate my life on a day-to-day basis. You know, some people look at that as, oh, you can't make up your mind, but no. Sometimes you think your mind is made up and it's wrong. So you have to sit down and recalculate it. Like, you know, I thought I wanted this, but I want this. You know, it's just like a marriage. You can rush into a marriage and marry somebody very quickly. Or sometimes you can marry somebody and you didn't rush, but you didn't think things through. You didn't think about like, oh, what if this happens? Or what if that happens? Or, you know, and then once it starts happening, you be like, you know, you're not a person that I wanted to go through this type of stuff with. You know, I'm a lot stronger. I know how to handle this, but you're not somebody willing to go through sickness and health, like you said. You're not somebody that's willing to be here with me when times get hard. You know, sometimes you jump into stuff and you don't notice. Yes, you have to switch lanes. Sometimes you jump into stuff not thinking about how things could turn out in the long run. You know, so it's always good to reevaluate things, change your life around, even if sometimes that leads to a divorce. Divorces don't always have to be messy. They say if you love somebody, let them go, and if they love you, they'll come back. But no, sometimes if you love somebody, let them go, and they don't have to come back, because that was the problem in the first place. However, you can still be cordial. So you got to tweak some stuff around sometimes. And I'm just using divorce as an example. Again, I've never been married, so I'm just using that as a universal example. Just like jobs or going to college. You may go to college with one major. Like, oh, I want to be this when I grow up. And then, well, when you're going to college, you're pretty much grown. But I want to be this when I finish school. But then, you know, you start going to school for it. You start learning about it. And you're like, I want to change majors. You know, this can be secondary. I don't really care for this like that. For example, I'm going to use myself. When I was younger, I used to want to be a registered nurse. Well, I went to school for medical assistant. That was cool. I was a CNA for a long time. But when I became a CNA, I realized that I no longer wanted to be a registered nurse. Granted, they get paid more. They have less work to do and things like that. It's less invasive. I just realized that I didn't want to do it. And again, I wanted to be a registered nurse growing up until my mama, my daddy, and my grandma died in the hospital. You know, I was watching them sick as fuck. You know, so it's like, damn, is this the field that I really want to be in? Or do I really want to change fields? And I think I'm much better at taking care of people in other ways. Granted, I was a good nurse assistant. I love my patients, every single last one of them. Even the ones that got on my nerve, I had a good rapport with them because I'm good at taking care of others. However, I still take care of others no matter what I do. When I was selling food, I'm praying over this food. Anybody who get this food, like I'm praying that just like we say our daily prayers over our own food, I'm praying over the food that I'm selling to people. Or when I was making lip gloss, like I'm praying it's successful, but I'm putting good vitamins in here and all that type of stuff. I wanted to make lip gloss that could cure herpes and that would make your lips soft with natural products and stuff like that. Anything I do, I think about people, whether people know that or not. Even when I make my content now and I tell my story and I say that I tell my story so that I can get justice, I do. But I also expose the corruption in a lot of justice systems so that you can get justice as well if need be. You know, sometimes it takes one person to speak up to make a difference. So I still help people no matter what, and it's not in the form of a registered nurse. You know, I still help people wake up to God, and I'm not a pastor or an evangelist. So you have a purpose, and you're going to meet your purpose. You're going to do your purpose regardless. And that's why I want to create content, because I'm supposed to help people and change the lives of people, and it's not supposed to be inside of a facility like a hospital. It's supposed to be for the world to see. And at one point in time, I was very shy. I never imagined telling my story online ever. But now I can talk to anybody. I can tell my story to anybody because it's my purpose. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm saying. It's cool. Sorry for your loss. I lost my granny and my mom too, and I'm also 36. Oh, see? And that's not trauma bonding. That's being able to talk about stuff and express yourself. Like, for you to be 36 and lost your mother and grandmother, and I'm 36 and I lost my mother and grandmother as well, you know, you're somebody who could probably understand me. And it's not trauma bonding, it's somebody that I can talk to. You know, a lot of people, they say that they can relate to you if they lost someone, but you don't really know how it is to lose your mother. Just like they say you don't know how it is to lose a child. I've never lost a child physically, but you can lose them to the streets and stuff like that. So we all need people to talk to and express ourselves. It's something we just have in common. That's correct. That's correct. And it's good to meet people that you have things in common with, you know, for understanding, because a lot of times people are not going to be able to understand you or relate to you because it's not their fault. They just haven't experienced it. That's why you shouldn't speak on things that you haven't experienced. And I've witnessed that recently in my life. Somebody, they was talking to me like, oh, your mama died when you was 14 years old. You should have been got over that. You an adult now. You shouldn't be still talking about your mama dying. But now this person's mother died while they were an adult, well into your 40s, and you cried like a bitch. But you see, now you can relate to my pain. But before their mother passed away, they couldn't relate. They were saying I was just too emotional. Get over it. But if I lost my mother at 14 and didn't even get a chance to grow up with her, that's what I needed her the most. You lost your mama at 40 and you acting like you 14. So it'd be a difference. But, you know, life will humble us. Life will humble us. You sure will. But I love y'all. Cash, I like when you be watching my videos. Did you say you was from Connecticut? I feel like we friends for real. Like, I remember one time I was making a video. I think I made a video like 2 or 3 days, and I mentioned it. So I'm like, where Cash? Because I have not seen Cal in my comments. So I be paying attention to some of y'all. Like you and CJ and Silverado and stuff. I be noticing, like, Mr. Goddamn. I noticed like a few of y'all who come and really comment and be genuine. I really do love and appreciate y'all. So when I don't read my comments that much, but when I see y'all little pictures and stuff, I be like, oh, look at my family, hey, hey. So yeah. But yeah, guys, I'm about to get off of here. I just wanted to say hello. I'm about to find me something to do in these Detroit streets while I don't have Natalie or whatever. And y'all be safe. I love y'all. Um, it was something else that I was about to talk about. It was about this reel that I had seen earlier. I gotta find the reel though. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I love y'all. Come and see me. Come comment, talk to me, and everything. Y'all my family. Y'all my family. But y'all be safe in these Detroit streets or wherever you may be from in the United States of America or wherever.
MG, my phone was overheating. I'm about to end the video.